Officially the Kingdom of Spain. It is a Catholic Christian country located in southwestern Europe, on the Iberian Peninsula. It is one of the most visited countries in the world, and a well-established state in terms of cultural heritage. Its capital is Madrid, and the country is divided into 17 autonomous regions. Besides Madrid, they have world-famous tourist cities such as Barcelona, Bilbao, Malaga, and Seville. Another reason why these cities are so well known is, of course, due to their outstanding achievements in football. Before we talk about the culture, food, economy, and general life of Spain, let's briefly talk about its historical past. In 1000 BC, the Phoenicians began to establish their first settlement on Spanish territory. Celts and Greeks followed in later times. Later, although the Spanish lands came under the rule of the Carthaginians, the Roman Empire somehow managed to protect these lands. From this date on, the Romans ensured political unity in Spain, and over time, these communities accepted Christianity. By 700 AD, Muslims dominated almost all of Spain and established civilizations there. However, after 500 years, the Christians, who took advantage of the internal turmoil in the country, succeeded in eliminating the Muslim kingdoms here. Since that famous trip of Christopher Columbus to America, Spain has grown into one of the world's greatest colonial empires. And, like other European states, they began to form the basic infrastructure of their existing wealth. Spain, which preferred to remain neutral despite the offers in the First and Second World Wars, it has managed to keep its historical heritage alive until today without much damage, and has managed to have a wonderful city texture together with Italy. Today, for some reason, Spain is not among the first choices of those who want to immigrate abroad. For example, people around you who want to go abroad usually list countries such as America, England, Canada for you. You can even hear the names of cold Scandinavian countries, such as Norway and Sweden, but you can hardly hear the name of Spain. The people who migrated here are mostly a more specific, more limited audience, perhaps full of famous architecture, beautiful beaches, capital of festivals and football. This country is ideal for visiting, but not attractive enough to live in. I will go into details, but it should be noted that those who go there say that their quality of life is definitely higher than before. Simply put, you can devote more time to living life and experiences. So in Spain, people work to live, they don't live to work, especially in summer. People live on the streets and on the beaches, as the sun does not set until almost midnight. Of course, not everyone is lucky. For example, in some sectors, even though lunches cover a perfect time period of 2 hours, layoffs can occur at 8 and 9 p.m. They also have a strange tradition about breaks. Businesses take a break for lunch called siesta. Many businesses close during siesta. Meanwhile, people are sleeping or spending time on the beaches. That means spending most of the day at work. On the other hand, it can be said that unemployment in this country is much higher than in other European countries. For example, in an evaluation made in the past years, it has been determined that approximately 20% of people are unemployed. So finding a job in Spain is not really easy. If you can find a job, living expenses are low, but salaries are never too high. While apartments are around 500 euros per month, it can be said that detached houses are around 800 euros per month. Food is really cheap. For example, you can have a great meal for 10 euros in Granada, a city famous for its cuisine. Or for that money you can treat yourself to a drink and hearty snacks at the cafe. By the way, if you can get a job in Spain, you'll probably earn more than 1,500 euros. If you have a professional job, you can even see 3,000 euros per month. Here's what we can deduce. Yes, wages are low, but life is just as cheap. Therefore, the purchasing power is high. If you want to dine out with your family, you don't need to enter the restaurant in fear. Or, You don't feel obligated to examine everything on the menu with your friend and say, "Let's have to tease" at the last. In Spain, shops are closed on Sundays and many cities are turning into abandoned and zombie towns. People like calm and slowness. For example, your official affairs related to the state are very slow. For example, if you intend to send something to the post office or bank, you must learn to be patient, because nobody in this country is in a hurry. Let's say you are looking for products or eating in a shopping mall instead of dealing with your orders and requests. Employees in that company can chat among themselves. Spaniards are used to moving slowly, but if you are going outside, you may be very disturbed by the slow flow of life. Also, Spanish is a very nice sounding language. At least that's how I feel. For example, have you ever watched La Casa de Papel dubbed instead of its original language? But those who go there also underline that it is very difficult to learn this language. If you manage to speak Spanish fluently, the Spaniards will open their arms to you. They will act more warmly and sincerely, as if they were one of them. In terms of climate, Spain has 4 seasons, and the sun is always above your head in summer. For this reason, those who go from cold countries for touristic purposes like the warm beaches of Spain, I'm sure in travel vlogs or magazine covers, you must have seen Spanish houses reminiscent of the Middle Ages. Such structures are abundant in city centers, and with the atmosphere that their historical presence gives them, they give the appearance of a magical artifact. Such structures are also integrated into modern life. For example, in artistic architecture in the south of the country, houses are built with single-glazed windows and thin insulation materials. In this way, in the summer months, the inside of the houses is always cooler than the outside. However, the number of people who wear thick jackets inside the house during the winter months is not small. In my opinion, Spain is one of the countries that must be visited before you die. It's up to you to live there permanently or visit as a tourist. We will be glad if you like our video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.